earlier today, man. I got some downtime, so I feel like what better thing to do, man, to give y'all some early morning inspiration, some early morning positivity, man, so you can get your day started on a very positive, efficient, productive, and powerful note. So again, hopefully y'all got about 30, 35 minutes to chop it up with the kid, man. Just listen to the inspirational words, the motivational words that I have for you all. As you all know, man, we always come in peace. And that's how we feeling this morning, man. We just want to pass along that positive and peaceful energy. Montel, my brother, peace, what's happening? We talking about, you know what I'm saying, gratitude today, man. Things to be thankful for. Again, man, life is precious and it's not promised to us, man. So you should be showing gratitude or expressing gratitude on a daily basis. A lot of people don't do that. TZ, peace, what's happening, my brother? Montel, man, everything gets cool, everything gets peaceful my way. We all good. Nick, peace, what's happening, man? Everything is good. As y'all see, man, a little downtime in the gym, so I just thought I'd jump on this joint, spread some positivity, man. Spread some positivity, man. We got to show gratitude. Express gratitude. We should be doing that on a daily basis, and a lot of times we take that type of stuff for granted. We take that energy for granted. You know, how many days do we go, how many days do we allow to pass without us just expressing what we are thankful for? Nikki, peace, queen, what's happening? A lot of people, man, we take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? We go through these days and, you know what I'm saying, we wake up, go to sleep, go through an entire day, and we don't express gratitude for anything. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we were able to wake up, the fact that we are breathing, you know what I'm saying? The fact that we are able to see, the fact that we are able to hear, the fact that we are able to move, all of these things, man, that a lot of people wish they were able to do. There's some people that cannot see. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that cannot hear. There's some people that then lost their children. There's some people that's suffering from all type of ailments and diseases that you're not suffering from and things along those lines. So again, man, gratitude is very important. Gratitude is one of the keys to life, man. Gratitude is one of the keys to longevity, man. Just expressing what it is that you're thankful for. And you should be doing this on a daily basis. There shouldn't be a day that goes past without you expressing gratitude, without you saying what you are thankful for, man. Again, man, I can think of a long list of things, man, that you could probably be thankful for that you overlook it. And one of the main things is just breathing. The fact that you are breathing. That's one of the key things to be thankful for that we tend to neglect. You know what I'm saying? It's not promised, it's not guaranteed for you to breathe. It's not guaranteed for you to wake up the next day, man. So the fact that you up right now and you able to view this video and you able to listen to what it is that I'm saying, that's enough for you to be thankful right there. To real peace, what's happening, my brother? That's enough right there in and of itself. So before you start complaining about something that's small, man, just think about things that you're grateful for, man. Again, because it can always be worse. Like I say all the time, man, the problems that you facing, there's somebody in life right now that wishes they had your problems. Michael, peace, what's the word? It's somebody right now that wish they had the problems that you have, and they wish that like the little stuff that you complain about, the little stuff that you think you got to deal with, they wish they had those problems. They wish that was all that they had to deal with. They wish that was all they had to fight and battle with. They wish. So again, man, your situation can always be worse. Always know and understand that. Always know and understand that, man. Matters can always be worse for you, man. So again, be thankful. Whatever your problem is, I guarantee you when you thoroughly examine that problem, you can find ways to where it could have been a lot worse. So be thankful for the problem being at the level of where it's at. You know, always. Gratitude is important, man. Just wake up, man. Thankful. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, I'm up. I got a chance to tackle my goals. I got a chance to create new goals, man. I got a chance to right my wrongs from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't wake up and get that opportunity, man. Some people they may have done some dirt and then they died in their sleep and they wasn't able to correct the wrongs. They wasn't able to correct their wrongs from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand that, man. So you up, you have the opportunity to right your wrongs from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You able to improve upon yesterday, be a better person than you were yesterday. Some people do not have that opportunity. Airview peace, what's happening? What's happening, my brother? Hey, Michael, man, my condolences, man. My condolences for sure. Avid peace, what's happening? So we gotta understand that, man. Again, man, gratitude is very important. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a victim of that. Like I said, when I'm talking to you all, I'm talking to myself. There's plenty of times, man, where I spend most of my day complaining about things that I have to deal with, people that I have to deal with, you know what I'm saying? Things that I got to do and whatnot. But again, we are wired to overly focus on the bad, overly focus on the so-called negative. Triple black for sure. Definitely a key to abundance. A lot of people don't know that. Idris, peace, what's happening? Kurt, peace, what's the word? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We wired to just overly focus on the negative and the bad and the toxicity and all that type of stuff. We programmed and conditioned to overly focus on these things and neglect the good things. The good things get swept under the rug. You know how you be in a relationship and the person does one bad thing to you and you blow it out of proportion, like that's all they've ever done is bad things to you, overlooking the good that they have done. You know what I'm saying? We tend to do that to ourselves in our day-to-day lives. You know what I'm saying? We overlooking all of the good things that we could be thankful for, and we just overly focus on the things that annoy us, the things that we don't want to do. And we just zero in on complaining about these things. Man, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to deal with these people today. Hey, look at the bright side, man. You got transportation. You able to make it to your place of employment. And it's another day, so you have an opportunity to change your circumstance or at least put a plan into motion to change the situation and your circumstance. You have the physical and mental ability to change your circumstances. So be thankful for that. Be thankful for that, man. Just be thankful. Be grateful, man. Before you start complaining, man, think of things that you could be grateful for. Do that even in regards to like arguments and things like that, man. You in a relationship, man, before the argument reaches that point, man, just start thinking about things you could be grateful for, man. I'm telling you, that's going to calm you down instantly. That's going to calm you down instantly. You know what I'm saying? Before you just spaz out on your partner, on your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is, before you spaz out, man, just think of things that you're grateful for. That's actually like a technique, you know what I'm saying, to help calm you down. If you deal with like anger, if you deal with frustration, that's a good technique. When you feel that anger rising up, man, just think of things that you're grateful for, man, write them down. And when you get about 4 or 5 things in, man, all of a sudden you're gonna realize that anger is leaving. You know what I'm saying? That frustration is leaving. That disappointment is leaving because you're thinking of things that you're grateful for. Again, man, we the law of physics, man. The law of physics, man. Them two things cannot occupy the mind at the same time. Can't do it. You either about to be grateful or you about to be complaining, but you're not about to be doing both at the same time. So again, when you start focusing on what you're grateful for, then that is going to eliminate whatever it was that you was about to complain about. That negative energy, you know what I'm saying? That positive and negative energy ain't about to occupy the same space at the same time. It's only room for one of them joints, man. You either about to be positive or you either about to be negative in regards to your thought process. What you focus on, it grows. Our boy Antonio, peace, what's happening? MC, peace, what's the word? But that's how I go, man. You either about to be expressing gratitude or you are about to be complaining. Simple as that. Simple as that. How you about to be doing both at the same time is literally not possible. You know what I'm saying? So you either gonna express that gratitude, you either gonna express that positivity, you know what I'm saying, or that peace, or you about to be negative, you about to be complaining. Just like you either about to focus on the problem or you gonna focus on the solution. You're not doing both at the same time though. Again, what you focus on, it grows. So what do you want to grow in your life? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want the negativity to grow, why are you focusing on it? Why are you concentrating on it? Oh yeah, Terrell, for sure. That was actually literally a bar. Like I literally did rap that in a song years ago. I literally did rap that. So that is actually a bar that I did write down and rap a long time ago, some years ago on a track that I can't even find that track, but I literally wrote that in a bar. You know what I'm saying? I said something along the lines of deep consciousness results in a state of constant bliss. What you focus on, it grows. So I think accomplishments. That was the actual bar in the song that I rapped long time ago. What you focus on, it grows. So I think accomplishments. I wanted my accomplishments to grow, so I focused on them. You know, That was the energy behind that type of bar. That was the energy behind it, man. I wanted my accomplishments to grow. I wanted, you know what I'm saying, the positivity to grow. I wanted my success to grow. So that's what I'm going to focus on. That's what I'm going to focus on. When you focus on it, it has no choice but to grow. But in this day and time, we like to focus on a lot of the negativity, man. We like to focus on the disease. We like to focus on the sickness. We like to focus on the destruction, the chaos, all of that. You know what I'm saying? We focus on that, and that's what grows. A lot of times when I'm training people, I always tell them to shift the focus. You know what I'm saying? Stop coming in here with a negative mentality, thinking about how hard things is or how hard things are. When that's your line of thinking, like, the workout is going to be ridiculously hard, because as soon as you walked in, you defeated yourself mentally, like, man, I don't feel like it today. Nah, think about the fact that you in here while most people are sleeping. You in here while most people are being lazy. Like, let's get to it. It's only about 45 minutes to an hour. Like, that's nothing. And you about to increase, you know what I'm saying? You about to increase your lifespan. Think about it in those terms. You know what I'm saying? When you come into a gym or when you go to a track or whatever it is that you do for your fitness, as soon as you get there, all you thinking about is how you don't feel like doing it, how you ain't gonna make it. Like, you already done lost, man. You already taking an L. And you might as well turn back around and go home. You might as well turn back around and go home. Like, if your mentality is not right, I'm telling you, like, it's almost pointless. It's almost pointless. Like I said, even eating healthy. If you don't have the right mentality, if you're eating while you're stressed, then you impacting the quality of the food that you are consuming. Same with your workouts, man. You do not want to defeat yourself mentally before the workout even begins, because it's going to mess up the quality of the workout. And that's what you don't want to do. That's what you don't want to do. My brother Percy, appreciate the donation. Appreciate that, man. We just get tapped in with some of the subject matter. But you said you used to write. Who were your favorite conscious rappers? Yeah, my favorite conscious rappers, man. I got a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? K Reno, Killer Priest, Cam Bada, Cannabis. I used to rock with Immortal Technique way back in the day. Dead Prez. Man, Poor Righteous Teachers back in the old school, like X-Clan, Brand Nubian for sure, Lakim Shabazz, Rakim, yeah, you know what I'm saying, all these cats, man. Wise Intelligent from the Poor Righteous Teachers, King Son, Paris, that's another conscious rapper, man, from Cali. Cam, K-A-M, is another conscious rapper that I used to rock with. And I'm about to probably miss a few, but those are the ones off the top of my head that I fool with, heavy. Now, I know I missed a few, man, but hey, it is what it is, man. I can't think. Hellraiser, that's another one. Tragedy, Gaddafi. Used to be Intelligent Hoodlum, that's another one. I rock with them heavy. Like I said, man, I know I'm missing a few, but those are some of the ones, man, just off the top of my head that I rock with heavy. Lindell, peace, what's the word? Dominique, we already know. Abado, peace, what's happening? Hey, there you go, Ed, let's get it. Discipline. Dead Prez had a little interlude. Discipline makes things easier. Organize your life. You know what I'm saying? That's the interlude. That's what they said. Discipline makes things easier. Organize your life. We lacking discipline. Get that discipline in order for sure. Montel for sure, man. Hey, like I said, if I would have taken music seriously, I feel like that was one of the things that I was like great at, honestly, because I was improving on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, man, yeah, I eventually put out just like one album, J Electronica, real quick, you know, put out something, just one good time, man, just one masterful album. Yeah, Grand Puba, yeah, that's why I mentioned Brand Nubian, Grand Puba, Lord Jamora, Sadat X, all of them. Fool with them all. Yeah, I fool with them all for sure. My man's Bobby Peace, what's happening? What's the word, my brother? But yeah, just gratitude, man. Like I said, just being thankful for the opportunity, man. Like I said, it's another day. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a good day yesterday, it's another day. It's a new day. You know what I'm saying? So what are you doing to improve upon yesterday? A lot of times, man, we sit and complain, but what are we really doing to change our situation and our, you know what I'm saying, our circumstances? Like, what are we doing? What are you putting into motion today that will better your life for tomorrow if you make it to tomorrow? You know, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? They say all we have is the here and now. All we have is the present. A lot of us, man, we take the present for granted, man. We either dwelling in the past or we looking too far into the future. But the here and now is what you should be embracing on a day-to-day basis. And that's why they tell you to embrace the process. See, the process is the here and now. The process are the day-to-day things that you are doing that will propel you toward a better future. You know what I'm saying? That's what the process is. That's why they tell you to embrace the process. Embracing the process is embracing the present. It's embracing the day-to-day things that you will do to propel you toward a better future. But a lot of times we neglect the process. We so miserable, you know what I'm saying, in our day-to-day lives that we try to go back into the past, man, dwell on the past. Or we try to look too far into the future because we're afraid to face the current situation or current circumstances. Like, don't be afraid to face it. If your current circumstances and situations is not to your liking, then it's time for you to do something about it. Put a plan into motion. Put a plan into motion. What's stopping you right now from putting a plan into motion? What's stopping you right now from organizing your life at this current moment? What's stopping you right now from utilizing your phone or grabbing a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and just jotting things down? Just organizing your thoughts, brainstorming, examining yourself. You know what I'm saying? What's stopping you right now from doing that if you're not satisfied with your life? If you're not satisfied with your life and your life is lacking direction right now, what's stopping you from giving your life direction at this current moment? Only thing that is stopping you from doing that is you. Literally. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. All right, Kurt, what you say? Do you think if social media was to only allow people to post positive material, do you think the murders will calm down? Honestly, that's a good question. I mean, because we didn't always had, you know what I'm saying, we didn't always had crime and whatnot outside of social media. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to necessarily say that it would calm down, but if we did have these platforms and these platforms only allowed you to post positivity, then that would shift the mentality or the mindset of the people. You know what I'm saying? Because I know the power of media. You know what I'm saying? So if social media only allowed positivity, just like they only allow certain pieces of information when it comes to the medical field, and y'all know what I'm talking about, they could definitely shift the mindset of the people. They could definitely shift the mindset of the people. Just like they have convinced a large percentage of the people that, you know what I'm saying, like the jab is the way to go and all that type of stuff, man. So they definitely could control the narrative and shift the mindset of the people if they only allow like positive information, positive energy to be posted. But I'm not going to necessarily say like crime would go down. Like, I don't know, but it would be helpful. It would be helpful. But you had times when we didn't have social media and crime was still crazy out here, man. Because they got us so programmed and the self-hate is so real. It's like it would take years for us to really reverse our condition. Like a long time for us to truly reverse our condition because of the programming, man. We done been programmed incorrectly for over 400 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So the programming is deep. Programming is deep. So it's going to take us a minute for us to really reverse the damage and the programming, you know? But that would be something helpful. But we know that that's likely not to happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to ever create a platform where only positive information, only positive energy is allowed to be posted. That won't happen. You know what I'm saying? But if you post the truth about certain things, then they're going to ban you, take you down. But you can post about people, you can post people getting shot and killed, all that type of stuff, man. You can post all that. You can talk bad about black people. You can do all that type of stuff, man. That post's going to stay up. That's good. That's positive. You know what I'm saying? But when you start exposing the system and those type of things, then you got to go. You know what I'm saying? It's misinformation. So we know how it is, man. We know who is backing social media. We know who put their money into social media. We know who social media is, what agenda they are supporting. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because like I said, we still find reasons to off one another due to the programming. You know what I'm saying? Due to the programming. But that would be like a good step though. You know what I'm saying? That would be a good step if they didn't allow brothers to be stupid on social media, because a lot of times brothers are just dumb on social media, exposing their whereabouts, going live with guns, all type of dumb stuff. Like if they got eliminated all of that, then that would be helpful in that end. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be telling on themselves on social media, like they could get rid of all of that type of stuff. But essentially, just due to the program, man, they'll find another way to get us to go to war with one another. Lindell, man, hey, that's a good question. You say, what do you think are main contributions to mental health and depression? Because rich, famous are affected as well. So it's not necessarily not being where you want to be. Lindell, you already know my answer. You already know my answer to that. Knowledge of self. Knowledge of self, not knowing who you are. Once you establish who you are, and you able to live out your purpose, and you able to live out according to that true reality, then man, your mental health is going to be right and exact. At least that's part of it to me. Knowing who you are. A lot of these celebrities, a lot of them are taking on a gimmick. A lot of them are not themselves. Even with a lot of these rich people, man, a lot of these rich people, see, the thing of it is they gravitate towards materials. That's why they tell you that if you don't do the work internally, then all of these material objects, all of the money in the world really can't save you. So that's why you see a lot of these rich people, a lot of these wealthy people, man, committing suicide, suffering from depression, suffering from mental health and things like that. It's because, again, they haven't done the internal work. They haven't examined who they truly are. They haven't examined what actually will activate their peace. They haven't done any of those things. They just assumed that money would make them happier. They assumed that money would bring them peace. It's not going to do that. See, that's your job. You got to do that. But in order for you to do that, you must know yourself. You must know what you need to do for yourself that will activate that peace. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times people lack the knowledge of themselves, and they try to disguise that lack of knowledge with all of these materials. Whole while they miserable. You know what I'm saying? So people just got to do the internal work, man. You got to get to know yourself. You got to embrace yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to understand yourself. So I feel like that's the major key, man. Just knowing yourself and accepting yourself for who you are, man. Embracing yourself and all of that good stuff. A lot of these entertainers, man, a lot of these rich folks, man, they do not know themselves. They don't know themselves at all. They don't love themselves because they don't know themselves. They just got a lot of money. And again, money and wealth, that just, what's the saying? When you get this money, it just kind of, I don't want to say intensifies, but I'm going to use that word, man. Not intensifies. When you get the money, it just kind of exposes who you are on a larger scale. So if you was depressed before you had the money and you get the money, then you just going to be a person with money that's depressed now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. The money is not going to solve your problem. So a lot of these people that get the money, like they had a lot of issues before they got the money. And now when they get the money, all that did was made them a person that's dealing with these issues with some money. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm depressed before I got the money, when I become a millionaire, now I'm just a depressed millionaire because I didn't do anything to solve my depression. So now I just got money to be depressed with. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all that money is doing. Now I just got $1 million to be depressed with opposed to zero. So I never dealt with my depression. Like I never got to the bottom of my depression. I just got $1 million. So now I just got $1 million to be depressed with. Like that's literally it. That's why it's funny to me when people start looking at these individuals and judging them and say, man, they got the money, all the money in the world. You know what I'm saying? How can they be depressed? Well, if they was depressed before they got the money, then that answers your question. Because getting money overnight is not going to solve your depression. Like right now, whatever it is that you're dealing with, if you got money in your account in 30 minutes, it's not going to necessarily just kill your depression. Like it's still going to be things, unresolved conflicts that bother you that you got to get to the bottom of. Just like, man, if you're dealing with a disease, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're dealing with diabetes, you getting $1 million tomorrow is not going to necessarily cure your diabetes, fam. Like you got to get to the underlying cause of why you got the diabetes in the first place. And you got to put in the work to reverse it. So if you got diabetes right now and then tomorrow you get $1 million, you just going to be a millionaire with diabetes. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get to the root causes of our problems, man, the root causes of our trauma. All the money in the world is not going to necessarily change and shift your mentality and your mindset. That's on you to do. Fetty Peace, what's happening? What's the word? Our original one, man. That's the way you got to do it. What you thankful for? We got a lot to be thankful for. A lot. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to be thankful for, and that's any and everybody, man. Again, gratitude, man, that's key. Always think about what you're thankful for before you start thinking about things to complain about. But we wired, man. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you wired to complain about your job, complain about your life, complain about what happened yesterday. Like, that's how we wired, man. We wired to get up and just focus on the negative instantly. You know what I'm saying? What they say, you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Like, that's how we wired, man. We wired. Just wake up. Oh, man, I don't feel like doing X, Y, and Z. Like, instantly. Starting off your day on the wrong foot. You know what I'm saying? They tell you, man, you control your morning, you control your day. But if you wake up and the first thing that you start thinking about is something negative, like, that's going to set the tone for your day. Again, what you focus on, it grows. So again, now your tone, you set the tone with some negativity, your whole day going to reflect that negativity. It's going to reflect that negative tone. So again, man, you wake up, man, instantly think about something that's positive. Instantly think about something that you're thankful and you're grateful for. It's instantly. You know what I'm saying? That should be your first thought. That's where your mind should go immediately. Like, I'm up, I'm thankful, I'm breathing, I'm grateful for the breath, I'm grateful, I'm good. Let's rock. You know what I'm saying? So you should instantly start your day off on a positive note. On a positive note. You know what I'm saying? Get you some water and then just some positive thoughts. You should start every morning off that way. Every morning, or if you start your day off at night, you work in the graveyard shift, whatever the case. Whenever you start your day, you should start it off on a positive note. You know what I'm saying? Get that journal, man. Boom. Jot down those positive thoughts, those things you're grateful for, the gratitude. Jot them down. You know what I'm saying? Jot them down instantly. We got to program that subconscious mind, and that's one of the ways to do it. That's one of the ways to do it, man. We creatures of habits, man. So you got to make everything a habit. You got to make everything a habit, man. You got to make positivity. You got to make that a habit. You got to make empowering thoughts. You got to make it a habit. You got to make gratitude a habit. Like, that's the way to abundance right there. Gratitude, man, just positivity, man, just programming the subconscious mind, or should I say reprogramming the subconscious mind. Unlearning the things that you were taught early on. Leo Velli, peace, what's the word? So it's on us, man. It's on you to reprogram that subconscious mind. Because it's already programmed in a negative manner just due to society and due to the way that they have conditioned us and programmed us. So again, we got to do some unlearning, some deprogramming, and then we got to reprogram that joint in order for us to kind of like achieve the life that we want for ourselves. But again, if we're not putting in the work, then the only thing that we're going to pretty much manifest is what they are instilling in us. And we already know what they are instilling in us, man, a bunch of nonsense. So if you wanna manifest some positivity, man, some power in your life, then you gotta change that. You gotta reprogram that subconscious mind, and you gotta form better habits. And that starts with, as soon as you start your day. One of the best habits to form is as soon as you start your day, man, just controlling that morning. So right when you wake up, man, those thoughts, those are some very important thoughts, man. Your thought process, right when you wake up. That's a very important time to implement what it is that I'm talking about. Very important time, because that's setting the tone for your entire day, man. You just got to instantly wake up and think positive. Instantly. Think healthy thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, man. You got to instantly do it. Instantly do it. Don't even think about it. Do that enough times, and then, like I said, it's going to become automatic, man. It's going to be like brushing your teeth. It's going to be like breathing. You're not going to think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be automatic because you wired yourself. You reprogram yourself. So as soon as you wake up, man, you're just thinking about, oh man, I'm breathing. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to see. I'm able to smell. I'm able to taste. I'm able to hear. I'm able to write. I'm able to look at this phone. I'm able to watch video, like all of this type of stuff, man. I got a roof over my head, man. I got a vehicle to drive, man. I can catch the bus, man. Whatever it is, man. Just be thankful. Look at all the stuff I just started naming. Look at all this. I'm able to afford a little bit of food. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to all the stuff that I'm naming. It's a lot, man. It's a lot that we tend to neglect and overlook. So we gotta stop doing that, man. We gotta stop doing that. It's enough going against us in this world, man. So we cannot be going against ourselves. My brother Antonio, you say how you feel about three generations in the same vehicle listening to toxic music such as NBA YoungBoy. Do you think that's instilling the next generation to be conditioned to foolishness? Now, I'm gonna say, because the power of music, I'm gonna say yes in the sense of if all three of us, if we literally just vibe into the music and not using it as a teaching moment. You know what I'm saying? If we not balancing that music out, then that is definitely a problem. You know what I'm saying? If we just vibe, we taking a road trip and that road trip is just all toxic music with no balance and we not utilizing this stuff as teaching moments, then yep, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. I feel like that's setting ourselves up for failure, especially if it's three generations in there, because this should be an OG somewhere, man, that at least is able to balance that music out. Because again, I feel like that was something that was beneficial for me growing up. Like I said, I listened to a lot of the nonsense, of course, that came with my era and my generation, but I also would turn around and bump some Tupac. I also would turn around and bump some Nas. So I had the substance way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bump the music that, you know what I'm saying, that we bumping at that time, but I'm gonna turn around and bump this Bone Thugs or bump this Tupac that got some substance, or this Nas. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's always important to have that balance. Have that balance, especially when it comes to music, because that music is definitely tapping into the subconscious. So we ain't just about to go on a road trip and we just about to vibe to some toxic music. When my brothers used to ride for me when I was in college, and I'd take that 4.5 hour drive back from Iowa to St. Louis, I used to have some brothers roll with me, and they used to be mad at the music that I was playing. They used to want to hear all the little nonsense. I'm like, nah, we finna listen to what it is that I need to listen to, because I'm the one driving. So you best believe we was bumping a lot of conscious music. Now within that, you know what I'm saying, I probably bumped some music that you would consider toxic or whatever the case may be, but it was like 80 to 90% conscious music. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't stand it. They just wanted to hear all the nonsense. And now years later, they finally appreciate the type of vibe that I was on. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was actually helpful. I feel like that was helpful. Like at the time, they didn't appreciate what it was that I was doing, but years later, they was able to appreciate it. Years later, they was able to see what I was really on, listening to that music when I was in college instead of listening to the nonsense. So years later, they was able to appreciate it. They don't realize what I did. They don't realize the impact of what I did. They don't realize how it impacted them at that current moment. See, they weren't even able to realize it. That conscious music that I was listening to was affecting them subliminally. They weren't even realizing it. And it made them appreciate life. Like that music was powerful, man. Some of the stuff that I was playing on them brothers back then, man, they wanted to hear all the time. I'm like, nah, we in my car. I got a 4.5 hour drive. I'm playing what I need to play. You know what I'm saying? So them brothers, man, if I got them on this stream right now, they'll let you know, man, I was playing some stuff they was not hip to at all. You know what I'm saying? And we right around the same age, so they looking like, dang, man, how this dude about 1-2 years older than this, man, he ain't tapped into none of the current music that we listening to. And we around the same age, so it wasn't like I was taking dudes that was 10 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like it was a generational gap between me and these brothers. We was about the same age. And I was playing music that they had not heard of. You know what I'm saying? That was tapping into another realm of reality. And it was shifting their whole paradigm. And this is coming from somebody that was about 1 or 2 years older than them. Not 5 to 10 years. You would expect that from a person 10 years older than them. They was getting that vibe from somebody that was about 1 to 2 years older than them. So it was different. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely different coming from me at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because we right around the same age. So they just knew I'd get in this car and I'd be ready to play whatever it was that was popping at that time, man. Just a lot of that nonsense, man. I think that was around the time where like Future was popping and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I ain't really tapped into that, man. I'm finna play this Killah Priest. You know what I'm saying? And y'all about to vibe to that. That's how I was rocking. Our Airview for sure. Untapped potential. Untapped potential, man. We gotta turn that potential into kinetic energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to do. Antonio, for sure, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the 90s had their fair share of dangerous music. But the 90s, the thing about the 90s, what people don't understand, the balance. The balance. And that's why the industry did what they kind of did. The industry they did the knowledge to that balance. They was like, wait a minute. They were like, wait a second. You know what I'm saying? It's some powerful music out here. So that's when they swept all of that stuff and they made it underground. See, the conscious music used to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? But then they said, you know what, we're gonna create we're gonna call it underground. So now your conscious music, your conscious artists, they consider it underground. You know what I'm saying? But they used to be mainstream. There used to be that balance. You know what I'm saying? You was able to listen to NWA and then X Clan to come on. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. They totally changed the narrative. They was like, hold on, man, this is too empowering. We can't allow this to happen. So one form of music is going to dominate the airwaves. We can't allow this conscious music to continue to surface and make, you know what I'm saying, that mainstream impact. Nah, we can't allow that. We can't have these people listening to Brand Nubian and Poor Righteous Teachers, man. These dudes talking about they gods on the record. Then they doing these interviews and they saying the same thing in these interviews. You know what I'm saying? They see the flag, the universal flag on the interview, and they got people asking what that is, and that's a teaching moment. Like, nah, we can't have that. We can't have Rakim on this joint. Nah, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? So they had to balance that out. Oh, Lindell for sure, man. You're supposed to, but you know that's not their reality. You know what I'm saying? That's not the reality out here. You know what I'm saying? I got some sick situations, man. Just some personal situations where it get deep with that, man. These teachers, man, be straight pedophiles out here, man. They need to do a better job of examining these individuals that they allow to teach the babies out here, man. Because again, man, these teachers be out here weak and wicked. You know what I'm saying? What type of background checks do they be doing? They don't be examining these individuals, man. It's happening too often where these teachers out here bullying the kids, these teachers out here touching the little kids and all that type of stuff, man. Percy, man, listen, appreciate that donation, by the way, but you know they not gonna teach us about the subconscious mind in the schools, man. They not gonna do that. And it's crazy because they might teach them like once you get to college, like in certain classes, but I took like a philosophy class, man, and I think that was one of the times where we started talking about the conscious and the subconscious mind. When I got to college and I took philosophy, a philosophy course or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But they should be teaching they should be teaching about the subconscious mind as soon as we make it to school. If they taught kids how to program the subconscious mind early on, man, that would be a game changer right there. That would be a game changer. But for the most part, you're not learning about the subconscious and the conscious and the super conscious. Like, you're not learning about these things until you older, man, and you do independent research. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, the 90s, man, I'm telling you, man, the appreciation. And then also, too, now, music is just, the game has changed, man. The game has changed just musically, man, as far as, is that they oversat, man, it's just oversaturated now, man. It's everybody does music, and it's just crazy, man. It's just, I had to do a whole video, man, on my breakdown in regards to music and how it became a tool or a weapon for mass destruction. You know what I'm saying? But the game is just crazy out here, man. The game is crazy. Like, it's an oversaturated market, man, and every other person that you come across, like, they do music and then the music is trash and it's toxic. It's just a lot of toxic music that's out here, man, because again, that's the popular music. That's the music that if something's gonna make it to the mainstream level, it would be that type of music. So again, it's not really popular to create music with a message these days. Man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot with the music, man. But the 90s, that conscious music used to be, it definitely used to be mainstream, and they did not like that. They did not like the impact that was having on the people at all. It was a lot of people such as myself. You know what I'm saying? I became semi-conscious because of music. Like, I started listening to different music, and that was enlightening me, and that was waking me up at that time, man. I'm listening to Dead Prez. I'm listening to AZ, to Nas. I'm like, hey, man, what is they talking about? We were beginners in the hood as 5%ers. That's the first time I heard of a 5%er. When I heard that bar, I'm like, man, what is he talking about? And then to show you how just the subconscious mind and all that type of stuff work, when I shifted up the music that I was listening to and dudes was talking about 5%ers, I go to the bookstore and that's the book that jumps out at me, a book about 5%ers. So that's how powerful things are. Lindell, that East Coast versus West Coast situation, that was definitely manufactured by the powers that be. And prime example, they made it seem like Tupac disliked everybody that was on the East Coast. Tupac had a lot of love for brothers on the East Coast. That's one of the reasons why it was manufactured, man. They wanted to make Tupac out to be this dude that despised everybody on the East Coast. Tupac got plenty of songs where he was shouting out a lot of brothers on the East. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. That was some nonsense. The East Coast versus West Coast stuff was definitely manufactured. Big time manufactured by the powers that be. And we know why they manufactured it, because they wanted to see the bloodshed. And then when the bloodshed happened, they was able to blame it on the East Coast versus West Coast beef and all that type of nonsense. But they made two. And when the beefs are real, you know what I'm saying, more than likely they real because of some nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Once these dudes really start getting their money, man, and taking care of their families, I feel like, man, all right, it's time for us to, all right, let's squash this beef, man. Let's focus on getting money. Let's focus on generating this generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Let's focus on taking care of the babies. Let's focus on taking care of our families. That's what matters the most. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like once we reach that level, like, obviously we not in the streets like that anymore. Some of these dudes stay in the streets. Wait a minute now. Hey, y'all hear me? See, there we go. They muting the kid. They muting the kid. Y'all hear me? All right, here we go. They muted the kid once I started talking about the East Coast, West Coast type of situation. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, some of these dudes do stay in the streets, unfortunately, while they are getting this money. You know what I'm saying? Like C Murder was one of them. You know what I'm saying? C Murder, it was like, man, C Murder did not like to, he didn't want to leave that environment. You know what I'm saying? Master P was like, he was trying to get him out of that environment. He didn't want to leave that environment. When you don't want to leave that environment, look what happens to you. You know what I'm saying? So when dudes start breaking that bread, when dudes start getting that money, man, when dudes start generating that wealth, you got to move differently, man. You got to leave certain areas. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave certain lifestyles alone. That's just what you got to do. A lot of these dudes, man, that was still tapped into the street life or the streets, when they became successful, it don't end well. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to understand that, and you got to move differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, I become a rapper that's worth millions, man, I can't go to where I grew up at. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. That ain't got anything with fear. That ain't got anything to do with living in fear. That's me moving in wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how dudes are. And all it takes, and people don't realize it, all it takes is for one dude to get jealous. That's all it takes. All it takes is for one person to get jealous, and that could be the end of you. So that's literally all it takes. All it takes is for one person to get jealous. It don't take a whole neighborhood to be envious and jealous. Like, the whole hood could love you. It could just be that one person that's jealous of you, and that could be enough to end your life. So people don't understand that all it takes is one person to not like you. And if that person don't like you like strong enough, they gonna do everything in their power to get rid of you, especially if you keep coming around that environment, making it easier for them. So all it takes is for one person to dislike you strong enough. That's literally it. C squared, peace, what's happening? All right, the Black Messiah, right on. You know they did it. You know how they be moving out here. Yeah, C squared, man, dudes gotta drop the ego. You know what I'm saying? They be thinking that if they leave they hoods or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They think that people thinking that they scared and all that. Man, I wouldn't care anything about that, especially if I already earned my stripes. I'm good. We taking care of the fam now. And then, you know, a lot of people, man, you leave your hood, they start calling you a sellout. You know what I'm saying? Then they start worrying about how people gonna perceive them. Man, I don't care about any of that. If I'm doing something to take care of my fam, like, that's all that matters at the end of the day. So if me taking care of my family is me being a sellout because I don't want to be in a certain environment, Like, I'm not talking bad about the people I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That's when you become a sellout, when you start throwing people under the bus and you start talking bad about your own people. That's sellout activity. When you generating wealth in life and then you choose to relocate and get out of a certain environment to take care of your family so they can have the best things in life, that's not being a sellout. That's you being wise, man. That's you growing and evolving in life. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm supposed to elevate in life and stay around the same people that they don't want to elevate. They want to stay in the same spot. I'm supposed to stay around them in life. Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to do that. I'm about to hang with the same dudes that they have no ambition, no desire to grow, no desire to transcend above and beyond their realities. So when I transcend, I'm supposed to stay around the same group of dudes that have no desire to be better in their lives. I'm supposed to stay around the same group of dudes and then be surprised when something crazy happens. No. I don't care if I own that neck of the woods. I don't care if I'm notorious in that neck of the woods. Like, I don't care if I got all the respect in that neck of the woods. Like, the place where I grew up at, man, I feel like I'm good there. But again, if I reach a certain status, I'm not walking around there. I feel like I know everybody there is to know in that area. But man, I even worked in the bank in that area and it got robbed. You know what I'm saying? I worked in the bank. The bank where I worked at was in the area where I grew up at, where I knew everybody. And we still got robbed. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, my client just pulled up. Like I said, I had about 45 minutes. Basically just wanted to express gratitude, man, and encourage y'all to express the gratitude. But now I got to get this gym ready for my client, man. So I appreciate donations, all the comments. I know this was a little earlier than I typically do it. I may come back later on and hit y'all with another powerful stream. Y'all know how I do it. I can do 2 a days and all that good stuff, man. But I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all. If I tap in later on, it's going to be in the evening time. So be on the lookout. But I'm out, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.